Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we have a Trynd versus Kassadin in the Baron lane. Very interesting setup, but you know, it is what it is. Here you'll see me pressing some random buttons you can press while you wait for the game to load. We have a trio with Gragas, Samira, and Alistar. Let's get this going. Alright, so the strategy here with Kassadin is to aggressively push into the turret and start a slow push back to my side. You're going to notice me being super aggressive against him. And the reason for that is because he has a mana crystal, which means he doesn't have any extra AP aside from his base AP. So once he uses his ability once or twice, I'm just going to all-in him and start just whacking it with my big sword. This is the way I control this lane, just like that. See, I just chase him down the lane, chunk him for a bunch, and then walk away completely happy. Once I have level 2, I have a way to heal all this damage. And from level 2 on, I will be able to out-damage him, since he relies on mana and cooldowns, and I'll out-sustain him. Now this is important to know why bruisers in particular, or tanks, go Baron lane. Kassadin is known to be a middle pick specifically for the reason that he doesn't really have a way to sustain himself in lane. At least not without having both sides of the lane taken care of by the jungler. In a 1v1 situation against a brawler or against a tank, Kassadin, at least at the beginning portion of the game, is kind of lackluster. And here you notice the wave slowly moving back to me. You see the accumulation of the red minions and the loss of my blue minions. Slowly but surely this wave is going to come back to me. And this is exactly what I wanted at the beginning of the game. Hard push at the beginning so the wave can slowly start to come back to me and accumulate on his end, so when it comes to me, it's going to be a lot of income. And this is also the reason why I'm not engaging him. He has a lot of minions on his side, which means that if I engage him, I'll take a lot of unnecessary damage from his minions. I'm playing this smart and very, very patiently. So you'll notice that I'm not meaninglessly attacking the minions. I am hitting them with a purpose, whether that is pushing them out, thinning it out, or letting them come to me. You see how I'm no longer actively hitting these minions as much as I used to? That's because I want this to happen. However, you can see Shyvana, she's at Scuttlecrab, she's coming straight to Baron lane for a gank. I really didn't want to gank. I'm not level 5 yet, so I can't turret dive, and I have a lot of minions that I can get my gold off of. But here she comes and she engages, which is too early of a gank in my situation. Like, you see, I wasn't in the right situation. I still don't have level 5. I exhaust and ignite him to help her out. She flashes and she ultimates. She dies, he dies, I got the kill. You can see that she's pinging me that I didn't use my ultimate, but at the start of the gank, I didn't have my ultimate until Kassadin died. But I'm not going to respond to the ping. You know, she pinged me because she thought I had it. It doesn't matter. The awareness wasn't there, or if it was there, the past is the past. We can't fix it now. I got a plate. Very nice. Kassadin is already back in lane, amazingly enough. And he's just going to chase me out of lane super aggressively. He's looking for me to use my ultimate, so I'm going to cleverly not use it. I'm going to turn this back on him. Like, hey, you want to fight? Let's fight. I use my heal. Look how much health I have compared to him. Look at the mana. He has absolutely no mana. He just got back to lane. With my blue minion still at his turret, I can recall safely and get back to lane, and the minions are still not going to crash into my turret, which is great. I'm thinking if I buy Blade of the Ruined King, he can just use his ultimate to get out of that sticky situation, so I would much rather have Bloodthirster for that critical chance, so I can continuously stick on him with my spin. If you didn't know, my third ability, or my spin, reduces cooldown by 1 second every time you hit a critical. If you hit a champion, it reduces it by 2 seconds. Man, they were just popping off that their dragon lane. That is fantastic. And look at this lane. It is back at a neutral position, so I lost absolutely no money recalling, grabbing my items, healing up, and coming back to lane. I'm going to go back at it again, aggressively push this out. At this point, not to crash into turret and let it slowly push to me, but to keep it neutral. Kassadin now has like 3-second cooldowns, which is absolutely bananas. But with those cooldowns also includes a lot of mana drain. So I'm hoping to make him lose a lot of mana by making him abuse his flash or his little, blink with his ultimate, assuming I'm going to use my spin on him. I'll use it every once in a while for him to use his blink to slowly drain out that mana. And you can see it's working. He's like absolutely spamming his abilities with really no rhyme or reason. If you do choose to go pass it in top lane, you don't want to do this. You saw how he ignited me there? He thought I was going to engage him all in on him. I'm using this really smart. I'm not looking for an all in, especially because he still has enough mana to blink out. Like for example right there, I'm assuming he was waiting for me to turret dive, but if I had turret dive, I'd have wasted my ultimate, and he would have gotten away from it. I probably would have died in that situation. Gotta be smart about when you're going to engage on somebody. If you can guarantee a kill, go for it. If you can't guarantee a kill, don't even try. Now, since I have a large lead at Baron lane, I am rotating to Dragon lane to help secure this Dragon objective. There's a little big fight here. I am focusing on the Dragon to help Shyvana start it. My team is doing a great job at zoning people out. I'm going to slow it down because this fight gets really, really messy really fast. Alistar is holding out 4 of them. Leona goes in and engages on Shyvana, so we focus on Leona. It's a 4v1 on her, 4v1 on Alistar. Alistar is absolutely tanking those people. Jace goes down first. I'm looking to kill either Lux or Kai'Sa because of the squishies. Kai'Sa uses her barrier. Someone exhausted her and ignited her. I am bonking her to death. Shyvana gets her with a smite. That is a crazy fight where we got 3 people and they got 0. Here it is in real time. This was a beautiful team fight in our favor, and it really only worked out maybe because the trio has great communication. Because as you saw, I didn't really do much. I bonked Leona and I bonked Kai'Sa. The rest of my team did all the heavy work. However, you can see Kassadin free farming Baron lane. So even with my rotation, I am now behind in gold because he managed to take 2 plates. This is the pros and cons of roaming. The pros, you help secure an objective. The cons, you lose a gold lead that you had. However, I am thankful he went for the turret as opposed to going for a free Rift Herald, which means that me and Shyvana can now secure Rift Herald. That was just a bad decision on Kassadin. Had he taken Rift Herald and dropped it at Baron lane, he would have taken the whole turret as opposed to part of it. Now that we have Rift Herald, we're going to take the whole turret and get First Blood turret, take down this whole thing. Worked out in our favor. Kassadin here is trying to defend it, but with his turret going down, I just focus on him directly. Shyvana using her ultimate again like crazy. Kassadin flashes and he ignites me. The ult probably wasn't necessary for Shyvana because I know we can't kill him, but you know, it looks hype, it looks cool, so whatever. I'd want to be a dragon too. I turret dive. Jace comes out of nowhere. I take care of Kassadin. I am bonking Jace to make him run away from me, so when my ultimate goes away, he stays away from me, which worked out. I am out of here. I use the explosive plant to get into the Herald Pit and recall back home. The second item I purchase is going to be Portal Belt with Merc Treads because I need magic resist, and a little dash to catch up to Kassadin. If he uses ultimate to get away from me, I have my spin on off cooldown. The third item I'm building toward is Maul by Mortius because the enemy has a lot of magic damage. Leona, Lux, and Kassadin all do magic damage. So this item gives me attack damage and magic resist. And here you're going to see just how beneficial having critical chance is in this little team fight. He is chunking me like crazy, but he has no way out. I feel like he could have just ulted past that wall to get away, but either way it worked out in my favor. I ignite him, walk away like a cool guy, and I'm on a killing spree. I crit hit him 3 times, which reduced my spin's cooldown by 6 seconds. With it being 10 seconds, that pretty much means that in the middle of walking and chasing him, my spin was practically off of cooldown twice in that fight. That's why I chose to go crit chance over Blade of the Ruined King. If I had taken his movement speed, he could have still blinked away and I had no way of chasing him. With my crit chance, if he had blinked through a wall, I could successfully chase him through that wall. I thought Lux left, but she actually comes back here with Kassadin. Kassadin ults, ignites me, Lux is trying to snare me, and the chase is on. I'm waiting for Kassadin to use his ultimate one more time, which he does, so Lux is alone. I'm going to wait and turn this around and focus on Lux. I use my ultimate just in time to make sure I don't die. I'm strictly focused on Lux. If she flashes, I have Portal Belt. And look at all of these critical hits. This is allowing me to have my spin on just so insanely low. My ultimate is done, I heal up, and I'm focused on Kassadin. Again, that critical chance from Bloodthirster is totally paying off here, because just like that, my spin is again off of cooldown. I got a double kill off a 2v1, and here it is in real time. All of these situations, I do last minute decisions on what I'm supposed to be doing. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. I can't guarantee what I do always works, but this time it worked out. It seems to be paying off a lot more this game to be risky than usual, but hey, that's the name of the game. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, right? Just gotta be okay with that outcome. I was gonna recall here, but I need 2300 gold to buy Maul by Mortius. So I'm staying to farm these minions and make sure I have enough cash to just buy all my Mortius. Sometimes I stay on accident for too long. This time it was on purpose. And there's no need to see me walking back to lane. You can see Kassadin taking my ward and walking towards Krug, so I'm assuming he's at this camp. I'm going to spin to see if I can surprise him, and I do manage to surprise him to the point where he gets his flash because he's like, heck, I don't want another that big sword. Thanks for the leashing of the Krugs. I'm going to start pushing out this turret. I've realized, however, that Dragon is spawning in about 30 seconds, so I push out this wave to make sure it crashes onto the turret, and I start rotating on my way to make sure I can help out my team with Dragon. And because I'm forcing out these minions to crash into the turret, I'm giving my enemy a call to action. Do you guys really want to go to Dragon or help defend from these minions? Because minions do a lot of damage. You saw that Kassadin left the lane, went back to Baron just to defend it. My team is over here fighting at middle lane. I'm going to go to the Raptor Pit to spin on somebody who's not suspecting it. I try to get Kassadin, but he blinks away. Lux manages to catch me out with her snare. Leona is just going to stun me. Actually, he missed me and went to Samira because she was the last one she hit. I haven't used my ultimate yet, but I did manage to bunk Leona and went dominating. 6-0-4. With that, the enemy team surrendered, and with that, good game. Wow, that was a mouthful. Anyway, good game. I hope this video was fun, entertaining, and provided some sort of educational value for you guys. We're getting close to Challenger. No, I'm just kidding. We're at like 37 marks, and I think you need to hit 70 now. It's absolutely bananas, but we may or may not get there. Either way, I plan on doing something really fun when I get back from vacation, and I'll talk about that in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe share it with some friends who want to see the journey. I hope your climb this season is much better than it was last season. I love talking to you guys. Don't forget to comment, and I will comment back. Bye, everyone. Talk to you soon.